The story begins with a metro train in which a gangster named James talks to someone on the phone. On the other hand, there is the main character of the story who is keeping an eye on an old man. Then that old man's newspaper collides with a lady and gets lost somewhere. Here, James gets out of the train and collides with Johanna. Now these three, who do not know each other at all, get off at the same station. Here, Johanna follows that old man and reaches a restaurant. Now the scene shifts and a Motu brother is seen to us. This Motu's name was Max. After this, the scene shifts again and we are shown James on a building who is giving commands to someone on walkie-talkie. Then we come to know that James had set a bomb in the car of a building, which he blasts. Due to the blast, the building is set on fire. Then the fire brigade team comes, but along with the fire brigade, some robbers also come here who enter the bank, steal at the tip of the gun and run away from there. Then James sees the police coming there. He immediately tells Motu, that is, Max, about the police, and Max takes a truck and reaches in front of the police cars and runs away from the other side. In this way, the tube light of our mind works and we understand that these are all robbers. That is, robbers who steal. Now the scene comes back to Johanna and that old man, where after a long time, that old man comes to Johanna and says, I see that you are following me. You had your eyes on me yesterday, and today in the metro too, and now here. On this, Johanna says, this may be a misunderstanding. Saying this, Johanna starts going from there. But that old man holds her hand and asks her, tell me, when did that woman bump into me in the metro? In this way, he asks all the timings, but Johanna also gives all the answers. But Johanna is unable to answer one question, and that is, where did that newspaper go, which was in that old man's hand? On this, that old man says that we had hope for betterment, and leaves a paper and goes from there. Now Johanna scratches that paper, so it is written there, you are selected. That is, this was Johanna's task, and now she had become a spy in a way. Now the scene of the Dark Knight is shown, where those thieves were sharing their share. One of them says that we worked hard, so why did James get more money? Hearing this, the other thieves are stunned. Then James comes and beats that man badly and takes his money and leaves. Now James goes to an old man who used to make shoes. Actually, James has taken stealing training from him because this shoemaker used to be a thief before, and now he had James's passport, which he was making him do his work instead of giving it, and now he gives one more task to James. Now the story comes to that old man's office. Actually, the name of that old man was Chief Hong, where Johanna comes. Chief Hong introduces him to everyone. Here we see that the name of Chief Hong's team was like animals, like monkey, sloth, mole, viper, ostrich, and squirrel. Now all these people go in search of Max, who was slightly visible in the CCTV. But Hong does not let Johanna get out of the car, but after a while he gives her a toilet break, where Johanna talks to herself, but she forgets to turn off the walkie-talkie, because of which the whole team laughs at her. Now James is shown to us, who succeeds in stealing one more. Then he sees a man who was taking pictures of him from the building in IQ front. James immediately went to that building and made that photographer, Ram Pyara. On the other side, we see Johanna, who beats up some goons. Then Mr. Hong comes and saves her. Here James reaches that shoemaker and asks for a passport, but the old man was so smart that instead of giving him a passport, he gives him another job. But James refuses to do this job and goes away from there. Then a contract killer comes in his car, but here the thief attacks the other thief, which means James kills that killer and goes to the shoemaker and says, this is the last time. Next time, if you don't give me the passport, I will kill you. Then that old man flashes a light and James leaves from there. Meanwhile, for 17 days, Mr. Hong and his team are also looking for James. They are guarding the same area every day. Then a twist comes in the story. Actually, Johanna, who was sitting in the car every day, was tired. She eats Mentos, and she burns the light of her mind and reaches Hong. And through a map, she explains to him that Max has been seen in 3 areas of the city so far. But these 3 are the same areas where theft has taken place. And you know that the thief never comes to the place of theft. That is, now he will come to the middle part of the city where theft can take place. Seeing this, Mr. Hong is very happy. And while appreciating the girl's mind, he also gives her permission to go out with his team. Now these people start keeping an eye on Max in the middle of the city. Here, Hong gives a bag to Johanna, in which there are some clothes. Keeping an eye, Johanna sees a man like Max, and when she tells her team about him, it is confirmed that he is Max. Then Hong tells Johanna to change her look so that she can't doubt you. On this, Johanna turns from a cop to a normal girl while walking. Then that man says that Motu goes to a shop, where the squirrel goes through the back door and sees his real face and recognizes him. After this, Johanna fills some coins in her purse and gets on the same lift with Max. And when Max is going to his room, Johanna drops her coins and sees his room number on the pretext of picking them up. Now Johanna goes from there and the squirrel comes there and places many spy cameras outside his house. In this way, these people start keeping an eye on Max. Then one day, Max puts a lot of garbage outside his house. Johanna starts looking for evidence about that garbage. Here Hong is also with her. Then both see some pieces of paper in the garbage. When they put them together, they find out that this is a Sudoku puzzle that someone has deliberately played wrong. Johanna finds out about this. The next day, Mr. Hong reaches the building where James had killed the photographer. After thinking for hours, Hong understands that someone is watching the thieves at the building in front of the theft spot or commanding them. At the same time, Hong's team finds out that the wrong answer to the puzzle was actually the IP address of the city's stock market. That is, the theft was going to happen here. Here, Mr. Hong's team puts a spy camera in the apartment of these thieves and finds out that these are the thieves who are stealing in the bank. As soon as the meeting of the thieves is over, Hong follows them. That's when his eyes fall on James, but he doesn't pay much attention to him. Now James goes to the building in front of the stock market, and after seeing the police, he tells his disciples to come back. Now we will not be able to steal. And after saying this, he starts getting down from the building. But Mr. Hong is going to the top of that building. James finds out about this, and he somehow jumps out of the window and runs away from there. Here, there is a game of thieves and police between thieves and police, and after a long drive, all the thieves are killed in the accident. At the same time, Hong and Johanna come to a bridge looking for James, but it was a little difficult to find James here because they had not recognized James yet. That's why Hong asks his team to call James. Actually, friends, they had tracked James's number through the satellite. James picks up the phone on the call of the emergency, but along with him, 3 more people start talking on the phone. In this situation, it became difficult to find out who James is, but James understood that this is a trap to trap him. That's why he pretends to switch off the phone and talk. He tries to get out of front of Hong, but that's when Hong's eyes fall on him, and he remembers that he was also at the share market spot. Now here too, this is our prey. Hong starts following James, while James comes running to the main road when Squirrel asks for ID proof from him in the clothes of the traffic police. On the other hand, Johanna is watching this. That's when she sees something wrong, and when she goes to Squirrel, she sees James has hit his neck with a pointed object. Mr. Hong and Johanna immediately take Squirrel to the hospital, but they can't save Squirrel. Here, James kills the shoemaker and takes his passport. A few days later, Johanna is at her house. That's when she remembers her first day. When she was in the train, her mind starts working again, and she remembers that a person had collided with her in the train, and that was James, and he had a poster in his hand. That means he is a regular customer of a market. In this way, Johanna understands that today is Sunday, and James will definitely come to the market today. Now Johanna also reaches that market. That's when she sees a man like James. Johanna tells everything to Hong. Meanwhile, James enters a market. She follows him to the market. That's when James comes to her and says, "Why are you following me?" Now before Johanna can say anything, Mr. Hong reaches there, and James gets up from there and leaves. Now Johanna sees that James has picked up the knife on the table and brought it. Mr. Hong follows James and goes behind him. Johanna immediately goes there and sees that James has injured Hong by stabbing him. But at Hong's behest, Johanna follows James, but she can't see him because of the heavy rain. But as soon as the rain stops, she sees him. Here, the people of the agency had saved Hong. Now they all keep an eye on Johanna through the satellite. But after a while, the signal of the satellite is dead. As soon as the signal is dead, Hong runs his mind. So he understands that it is the boundary area of the city where the satellite signal is dead at this time. Now they all leave for the same place. Here, Johanna is completely alone. That's when James comes and shoots him. But the policemen sent by the agency also reach there, and Johanna somehow manages to get rid of James. But to confuse herself, James jumps out of the train and starts running. That's when Mr. Hong comes from the front and shoots him and takes revenge for Squirrel's death. Now in the last phase of the story, Squirrel's funeral takes place, and after a while, Johanna bumps into a man and calls Hong that he is the one. Now who is he? Actually, he is James's friend about whom these people are finding out, and this is how the story ends.